Oh, nice! Dude!
Oh my gosh, that is freaking creepy, dude.
What the?
You're on my property. I can have you arrested for being on my property.
I don't care how much people get on the screen about it.
Lake Solitude.
I'm not issuing.
All the windows are out.
A fisherman was sitting on the water with his line in, enjoying what was meant to be a quiet afternoon. Without warning, the low hum of an engine shattered the calm, and before he could respond, a jet ski struck his boat head-on.
What the?
The impact knocked him straight into the water. According to the original post, the rider was only 13 years old and didn't see the boat until the last moment. Thankfully, both walked away, shaken but unharmed. Open water is a shared space. Whether you're fishing or riding, and a single lapse in attention can turn a peaceful day into a life-threatening situation. Winter had fully taken hold, locking the river into a cold, motionless stretch where fish drifted slowly beneath the ice. For one angler, fishing with a spinning rod and a Rapala lure, it was supposed to be a routine winter trip, until the morning shifted in an unexpected way. After working his way upstream without a single bite, he reached a small pocket beneath low-hanging branches. As he readied to cast, a dark shape beneath the surface caught his attention.
What in the heck? I hope that's not what I think it is. Oh my gosh. Are you guys seeing this? You guys see that dark thing right there? I'm not even lying to you guys. I think that is a freaking mountain lion because the tail is super long. I think that is a freaking mountain lion, you guys. Like, what? That is honestly really eerie. Dude, okay. That is honestly freaky. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna grab this big stick and we're gonna try to lift that whatever it is out of the water just so we can get a better look. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh, that is freaking creepy, dude. What is that? Look at that. Look at that. You guys see that tail? Oh my gosh, man. Like, I don't know why, but I'm like scared touching this thing. Just because, I mean, if it was alive, it could straight up kill me. It's like frozen solid. Literally frozen solid. Let's get him up on shore here so we can get a good look. Whoa, that is... Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that's heavy. It's a heavy cat. What in the world did I just find? I mean, that's kind of a interesting start to our fishing day. I mean, that is sad. Doesn't look like a huge one. I mean, I don't really know anything about mountain lions, but that looks like a pretty young cat. It's kind of sad. I mean, look at that. I feel like I find the weirdest stuff while I'm out fishing. Giant dead fish, a dead mountain lion. I mean, I was just about to cast in this little spot right here because it looks really good. You know, I'm sure there's some fish tucked up under this bush. But no, I found a mountain lion. Wonder how it died. I mean, it was just sitting right there. Who knows? Either way, really, really sad. Well, that's crazy, folks. That is the first time. I mean, I've seen dead deer and dead coyotes while I'm fishing, but never have I seen a dead mountain lion. I feel like that's the equivalent to finding a dead grizzly bear. I mean, you just don't see them that often.
Using a branch to lift it, he revealed something unsettling: a young mountain lion, frozen solid. He dragged it onto the bank, stunned by its weight and the eerie sight of such a rare predator lying lifeless in shallow water. He had come across dead deer and coyotes before, but this felt different. After recording the discovery, he moved on, unable to shake the image. Hours passed without success, nothing but the memory of the frozen cat lingering in his mind. Eventually, the fishing picked up, and despite a broken reel, he managed to land several trout, keeping one for dinner. As he packed up to leave, the same question remained: how did a mountain lion end up frozen in a quiet river? In a place where such animals rarely meet their end, the possibility that something unseen was involved added an unsettling edge to an already strange day, leaving the mystery open for viewers to consider. In January 2025, Austin from America's Outdoor Family traveled to a remote campground pond to fish as temperatures dropped well below freezing. What he first assumed was a spillway soon proved to be something far more unsettling. Nearly a quarter of the pond was already sealed with ice, but he continued walking the shoreline as daylight faded. From the opposite bank, he noticed what appeared to be a spillway, or a large log near the far edge. With each cast and change in angle along the dam, the shape began to look wrong, too fixed.
Dude, it's not a freaking log and it's not a spillway. From across the pond, I thought this was a spillway. It's a freaking deer. It's a dead deer. You guys see that? Holy crap. There's a freaking dead deer. Oh, no way. I can see antlers. I don't know if you guys can see. Right there. There's antlers. Oh, I'm gonna freaking get in and get it. I'm gonna like get in. All right, hold on. I'm gonna set the camera up. All right, that is a deer. I'm gonna get in there. Oh man, I hope I don't have a hole in my boot. Dude, it's a buck. Oh, nice. Dude. Oh, no way. Dude, I wonder what happened. I don't know if it got hit by a car. Oh, it's got algae all over the antlers. Oh, it's stinky. Oh, guys. Oh, I found a body. Oh my gosh. It's a deer, Emery. Oh. Oh, it's a buck. Dude, I wonder what happened to him. That's crazy. Oh, he smells so bad. That was horrible. Oh my gosh. A nice little basket rack 8-point. Oh. Oh. That's crazy. I don't know if someone shot him. Like, there's giant deer, so I doubt he doesn't look big enough to shoot. He looks like a young deer. Oh. That is crazy. Oh. Oh man, it's so deer. Y'all back in here though? It makes total sense. There's also a road just right over there. Oh man, I keep getting whiffs of him. Oh, it smells horrible. Holy crap. Oh, dude, I'm gonna come back and get his antlers. I'm gonna get a saw and chop his antlers off or something. Oh, he's a young deer. I mean, maybe a 2-year-old, probably a 2-year-old. I've deer hunted enough to be able to tell, you know, kind of the general characteristics of a 2-year-old, but doesn't have very thick mass or anything, but that is crazy. Oh man. All right, Emery, don't rub it. Oh, you know when dogs lay down in it? Oh, Emery just laid on that thing. Emery, get. Oh, the thing smells like butt. Emery, get. Oh, she just freaking, you know when dogs like roll and stuff so they smell like the woods? Oh, that's horrible. Emery, that's horrible. She ain't coming in the camper tonight, can guarantee you that. I'm gonna leave the deer there. I'm gonna finish fishing and then I'm gonna tell Molly. I'm probably gonna call Molly, actually. I'm gonna call Molly right now.
Moving closer revealed the truth. A deer partially submerged, frozen in place, and coated in algae. It was a young buck, and the smell drifting across the pond made the discovery even more disturbing. With a nearby road and clear signs of deer activity, he considered whether the animal had been injured or had simply slipped into the water. The moment grew worse when his dog rolled near the carcass, adding to the unease. Austin left the deer where it was and contacted his wife.
Hey.
You will never believe what I just found in the pond.
What?
A body.
A what?
A body, literally. I just found a body.
Like in the pond, like right here at the campground?
Yes, at this sketchy campground, I just found a body in the pond of a big buck.
Oh, gosh, Austin. You had me over here thinking it was something crazy.
Yeah, you ready to call 911?
I was like, we need to definitely get out of here.
Yeah, the campground is a little bit sketchy, but no, I literally pulled it out. I'm glad I wore my boots, but yeah, it's up. It looks like a young, probably 2-year-old. It's an 8-pointer.
An 8-pointer?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me get the kids. We'll come down there and check it out.
Are they awake?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, hurry up. We're running out of light.
Okay.
All right, come on down.
All right, bye.
Bye.
By the time his family arrived, the sun was nearly gone and the cold had deepened. He mentioned the possibility of returning for the antlers, though it remains unclear whether he ever did. Years earlier, he had come across another dead buck under similar conditions, adding weight to the uneasy feeling surrounding the campground. Encounters like this often suggest ordinary explanations: ice, injury, or a misstep near the bank. But they also leave behind a lingering question. How does a healthy deer end up frozen in shallow water at such an isolated location? And what else might remain hidden beneath the surface of quiet ponds like this one? In October 2025, a fisherman from the BMR fishing channel was casting lines at Long Beach Pier when what should have been a routine afternoon abruptly turned violent. The water was murky, but fishable, and he arrived hoping to repeat earlier trips where steady catches were common. Early on, he landed small perch and buttermouth, while others nearby brought in halibut and sea bass, creating a relaxed, familiar rhythm along the pier. But roughly 8 minutes into the session, that calm suddenly shattered. Loud shouting erupted somewhere behind him, instantly transforming the atmosphere from peaceful to chaotic. He turned his camera toward the noise just as a physical confrontation broke out between several people on the pier.
Oh, it's a fight. Dang. Full on fight. Hey, guys, come on. Guys, come on, calm down. They assaulted us. They did? Okay.
They better not ever hurt my sister again. Perverts, don't touch my sister again.
Bro, it's not me. Man, what the f***?
You guys alright?
No, we don't.
You okay?
Yeah, man. Call 911.
What happened?
That's what's up. Because
Dude, it wasn't even us.
They just started hitting you guys?
Yeah.
I got them on.
Dude, I was trying to cool them off. Hey, it wasn't us.
hey, listen. I didn't even do the shit like that, bro.
I got them. So you know them at all?
I didn't even know those dudes.
I don't know
I
what
just come over here, you're fishing.
Yeah?
That's all.
Alright.
And they come to us to look.
So you guys, they just started attacking you guys?
Obviously, man. Obviously.
Hey, can you call the cops?
Yeah.
Call the cops right now.
Can you call? Alright guys, I'm getting off live. I need to call the police.
Waking up right now?
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's unconscious right now.
Oh, is he breathing?
Yes, he's breathing.
Is it normal breathing?
Yes, it seems, well, it's kind of being a little bit erratic right now. Yes, hey, don't pick up your head, okay? Keep your head down. think there's more drama going on out here. More police coming. I heard some yelling down there. So maybe the guys came back. No, very unfortunate situations, guys. We gotta be careful when we're out here fishing. You know, anything can happen. I don't know if any of the things that the guys were saying were true. There's something about a guy touching a girl. I don't know, but I know the guy that's always fishing there for Bonita had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. I don't know about the other guy, but still, I mean, you almost killed the guy. You hit him in the back of the head. I mean, he had a giant lump behind his head. He was going in and out of consciousness. I mean, come on, it's not worth it. I mean, if something like that happens, call the police. Don't take the matters into your own hands. Now they're gonna be in trouble, unfortunately. So yeah, like I said, be careful out there, guys. I mean, I always carry a knife with me because you're gonna try to take my life, you know, I'm gonna defend myself. But I have to start bringing pepper spray, something less lethal, of course. You know, it's a dangerous world we live in. This is a reality. And here in Long Beach, there's been a lot of situations like that. There's situations like right where I'm driving where homeless people have stabbed people just out of nowhere. And the jetty down here, Alamitos Beach jetty where I go, I remember there was a person found dead there as well. So be careful out here, guys. Long Beach or wherever you go, it doesn't even have to be Long Beach, you know, it's just anywhere. There's crazy people out there. Learn to defend yourself, you know, watch your back. When I'm fishing on the pier, some guys look kind of suspicious, you know, I'm thinking, well, they're behind me. I'm thinking, are they gonna do something? So I'm always alert to things like that. But we also gotta watch each other's back, you know. I try to break it up, you know, because I knew the guy that was there was like, why you guys hitting them? You know, I was wondering that because I already knew he had nothing to do with it. I didn't know what happened, but like, he's the chillest guy ever. So yeah, be careful, guys. Hopefully we don't have incidents like this anymore. You know, it's just a shame seeing that happened over here at our pier. So, well, be careful out there, guys. Be safe. Look, as I'm driving home, there's another situation over here. I was telling one of my coworkers, like, past 2 days, I've been seeing a lot of crashes. Just a lot of crazy stuff.
Within moments, bystanders were swept into the chaos. One man was knocked to the ground, another appeared disoriented, and urgent calls for emergency services rang out. As police and medical responders arrived, confusion spread over what had triggered the violence, with conflicting claims circulating among those nearby. The fisherman, who had come only to fish, found himself recording the aftermath of an assault that left one victim drifting in and out of consciousness. He later noted that Long Beach had seen an increase in unpredictable incidents, ranging from stabbings to unexplained deaths along the jetty, and that even ordinary fishing trips now demanded constant awareness of one's surroundings. He stressed that situations like this escalate quickly when people take matters into their own hands, often harming those who had no involvement at all. The incident highlighted how fragile public safety had become. A quiet afternoon could turn dangerous in seconds, even for someone simply standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. And as he drove home past another unrelated emergency scene, a sobering question remained. If everyday spaces were becoming this volatile, how could anyone be sure they would recognize the warning signs before being pulled into the next sudden crisis? On January 26, 2024, beside a cold, quiet stretch of river, the Vince Fishing Channel captured a moment that drifted far from an ordinary winter outing. Two young anglers arrived expecting nothing out of the ordinary, yet something along that waterway was waiting to challenge that assumption.
What's up?
It's all private in here.
Oh, we're walking up the river.
Get out of the river and get on the road.
Well,
We talked to police officers. You can call the cops if you want.
Well, go ahead.
We talked to Officer Ships who said you can fish all of this if you walk up the river. The state owns the water. State owns the water. We talked to him right down there at the playground. You can get Officer Ships. He's a police officer.
Officer who?
Ships.
High Bridge?
Yeah.
We have it on video. What's up?
High Bridge Police?
Yes.
Yeah. He said the state owns the water.
They don't. It's all posted. I own the water. I'm
Okay.
I own both sides of the river, and it's all posted. And I'm gonna go call Officer Ships.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right now.
Cool.
But in the interim, if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate you come out.
Well, we would walk down and go on public because this is, you own this. Can't own the water.
You cannot walk up the middle of the stream.
All right, well, that's what you're telling us. If you get a police officer here, then we can go up.
No fishing. Hold on.
When the officer gets here, man.
The change began when a voice cut through the stillness. Sharp, insistent, and carrying a certainty that clashed with the calm setting. The boys barely had time to process what was unfolding before the river seemed overtaken by someone claiming it as his own. From that point on, the silence began to fracture in uneasy ways.
And I got a couple of guys trespassing on my property.
It's not trespassing. State owns the water.
Officer, what was his name?
Officer Ships. This is crazy, guys. It is ridiculous.
We're trying to fish. This is state water.
Do you know how many people sit right there and go up this every day? Do you know you can't own the water? It's water. You can't own water.
This piece of property.
This is the property. We're not on your property.
You're in on my property.
Okay, the police officer that you're calling right now said the state owns the water.
You can't fish in our section of the club. This is a private club.
That doesn't make sense. Dude, right there, and the water flows into your section of the club. So it makes
What about the gorge? Do you own the gorge?
Above our property in the gorge, that's fine.
Sir, it's not our.
We own this property on both sides of the river. You cannot access this property.
Okay, if you just said you own both sides. I'm not trying to be difficult.
What are you standing on?
In the river.
My boots touching it. I'm not touching it. There's so many different ways you can argue this. That's the crazy part. But we'll see what the cop says. If he says we gotta go, we're out of here. Don't worry about that.
We're not gonna come up on there though.
But we won't walk up this. It's public. The pull off we're at up there. It's public there. We walked right down. And we didn't touch this. We didn't touch this. That's
public land.
I'll give you permission to come out because I'd like to get your.
As the dispute intensified, the man's frustration escalated into a call for law enforcement. The boys stood by what they had been told earlier, but the uncertainty surrounding them grew harder to dismiss. With each passing moment, the riverbank felt as though it was closing in on the exchange. Then footsteps drew closer, signaling a turn none of them had anticipated.
What's up?
Hi guys.
How are you?
I would really appreciate it if you let us walk back. I don't really feel.
We're not gonna walk back up here. We're gonna walk where it's public. If you want us to come up to, or we can just talk right here. It's whatever you want.
Well, it's private property, so whatever you guys do, you got to come out of the river.
Yeah. Well, so basically, to our understanding, I want you to just understand our side of the story. Officer Ships, we have him on video saying that the state owns the water, and if we wanted to fish right here, we could walk up the river. That's what we did. So we didn't go on their property, which is why I'm telling you I don't want to walk here or there because that's what they own. But we have an officer on video saying, "My name's Officer Ships," and we could walk here to there. We've never been kicked out before. If you say we have to leave, we will be out of here.
we were told that we were allowed to walk from public property up the river.
I got what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. And these guys have been here for years.
Yeah.
Okay. They're allowed to have a chain across. This is their private property on both sides. You're not getting a citation.
Okay. I just wanted to tell you what we're like. Why?
I understand.
Yeah.
Right. But it's private property.
Okay.
So you do have to go.
Yeah. I told you we'll go if you need us to go, but we're not.
Can you guys get out here?
I don't. If we have permission to go up this.
My permission to come up on the property.
All right, cool. Because we're on the pull off up there.
There's no problem for me, okay? To be honest with you, I don't like dealing with this nonsense either, okay? But these guys have a fishing club that have been here for years, and they're super particular about guys being in here. I've never issued anybody summonses. I just know that for years, as long as they say they don't want you in here. I honestly, professionally, don't understand the legality of part of the river being private property. Okay, which is why I don't care how much people yell and scream about it.
Lake Solitude.
I'm not issuing summonses. Like, there's literally a cable that they have across the river further upstream. I'm sure you guys have seen it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Okay, one time we had kids come down in a canoe, and these guys were losing their minds. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I'm not going to open a can of worms by like the only way I would find out is if I gave you guys a summons and then you guys went to court and then fought it and paid a bunch of money for attorneys and took it to like the Supreme Court. Like like you guys are kids being kids. It's cool. You're not in trouble with me. Got it?
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. You're not getting the ticket. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys don't get in trouble in the future. I kind of take your side in this. I get it. I understand. The problem is as far as, like I said, the private property rules go, when they say you guys can't be here, then okay.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, then it's like, well, they refused to leave after they were told. Well, then it's like, shit, now I gotta charge you. And that's different than just trespassing on private property. Like once you're told it's private property.
Yeah.
And like I said, these guys have been doing this for years. They've been like this for years about this. So it's been adjudicated in the courts. They're allowed to do it. I don't personally agree with it, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but we're just
fishing.
What are you posting under?
Vince fishing on everything.
Fishing
Yep.
on everything.
YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
I'm gonna look it up as soon as I get back in the truck.
You'll see some interesting encounters with some people.
Awesome, cool. So am I gonna end up on YouTube here?
If I ask your permission and you say yes.
No, dude, this is a public service profession. You do whatever you want with my footage. Just don't make me look fat. Sorry, I gotta glue that one. We're good, dude. I'm getting famous here, so don't ruin my shot.
I'll take it all.
All right. Yes, you guys are good. You got any questions?
No.
You're good. So we're cool?
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey,
thank you.
Good luck, all right?
Best of luck catching some
stay
fish.
safe, all
Go
right?
further down the river, you'll have better luck.
Sunday in like Nowheresville.
Oh my! And you know what? We talked to another officer the other day who said we could walk from the public property in the water to do it. And these two older guys, they came down. They were so mad. But we're all good. The cops, they said they're on our side.
So are we.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
The officer's arrival didn't dissolve the tension. It redirected it. Questions led to unclear explanations, and the truth slipped into a gray area neither side could fully escape. When the interaction ended, the boys moved on, hoping the moment would remain behind them. But before the day ended, the river delivered one final surprise, bringing their trip to a close in a way no argument could eclipse. Viewers continued to debate whether this was a simple misunderstanding or a glimpse into how fragile ownership becomes when law, memory, and personal belief collide. The lack of clear answers only made the situation feel more unsettling. If a single claim can alter the entire mood of a river, what else might shift just as easily the next time someone walks upstream? On December 4th, 2021, in the quiet town of Sparta, Tennessee, Jeremy Both Sides of the YouTube channel Exploring with Nug returned to a case that had lingered over the community for 21 years. His channel centers on locating missing people beneath rivers and lakes, places where answers often sink beyond view. That morning, the water appeared calm, but something long concealed was waiting.
And I tell you what, this place is really pretty, very quiet, nobody out here, so we can keep to ourselves, do our thing, and not bother anybody. Let's get the boat in the water, see what we can find. So location number 2 is definitely looking like a bust. I haven't seen anything in the water, and I've been looking for a while. There are some huge balls of bait fish out here, but on the bottom, it's just sand and mud. There's not even any boulders, really. So, I mean, if there was a car out here, it would jump off the screen at me. But let me show you what I'm looking at out here, and then we'll pack up, and then we're gonna head over to spot number 3. See that huge blob right there in the center of the screen? That's a bait ball, or a ball of fish. Small minnows and stuff that swim around. But usually when there's those, there's big fish feeding off of them, but I don't really see any big fish right now. A couple of them pop up on the screen, but nothing really to take home, unless you're gonna eat it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't fish. So location number 2, I'm gonna say, is cleared. There's not one vehicle out here. There's really hardly anything even in the water. I mean, there's a few fish and some big old bait balls, but literally everything you're looking at right now is what's here. A whole lot of mud and dirt and the occasional boulder. That means we need to wrap it up one more time, head to location number 3, check it really good. Hopefully we find something there, because today we are striking out and I'm running out of places to search. It's kind of disappointing me, but you know what? We'll keep going, see what happens. This is the last shot, last spot that I know of to hunt. This river looks amazing, so if there is a car out here, there's gonna be no problem finding it and diving on it. But we're running out of daylight, so let's get out here and see what we can find. All right, fly that back some, see what we can find. So I'm scanning right now. I've been on the water here about 20-30 minutes, like I said. I've seen a few things that, you know, kind of looked like a car. It's possible. There are a lot of trees out here though, so I don't know if it's actually a car or not. Whoa. Oh, okay. That's okay. That's 100% a car right in front of my face. Man. Okay, didn't expect that. Didn't expect that a bit. That, found a car. We found a car. You saw it, I saw it. Oh no. Now, what are the chances? What are the chances? Oh no. I'm lost for words. It just, I've been looking all day and I finally found a car. Can it be them? Let's go over it again. It's coming up right here. So we're looking at like 13 feet and the water is 46 degrees, which is bone chilling. You don't get a better picture than that. And dude, you can almost tell the shape of it. And I'm not gonna lie, man, that looks like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say what kind of car it looks like because I know what kind of car I want it to be. But I mean, it's got a short trunk and it's got a long nose, you know. Oh, okay. We're good.
At the Calf Killer River, Jeremy began scanning the riverbed with sonar, following the same path investigators had crossed countless times before. The screen shifted, soft shapes, drifting shadows, until one outline refused to fade into the background. It didn't seem out of place. It seemed abandoned, and the river was not finished revealing what it held. After marking the spot, Jeremy entered the water with his dive equipment.
Let's just get in the water. Let's go for a dive, see what's down there.
Almost there. What is missing? All the windows are up. It's a Pontiac. 473 EJR. It's them. They're coming home. They're coming home.
I'm lost. I'm lost for words. I'm so glad I could find them. I'm so sad that that's where they ended up. And I can't believe it's been over 20 years they've been sitting there waiting for someone to find them, and I'm glad I did. I don't know. It's a weird mix of emotions. I can't even explain it. And but you know what? This isn't about me. This is about getting them home, and we're gonna do that today. So let's start making phone calls. Let's get people down here. Let's get them out of the water. It's time.
The cold river dulled every sound as he descended toward the shape below. What he located matched the measurements investigators had discussed for decades. Silent, intact, and resting just beneath visibility. Even the smallest detail he observed confirmed what many had long feared. Still, the surface held a moment no one could truly prepare for.
How you doing?
First things first, brother.
Oh yeah?
This is amazing, man. We've been looking for these two kids forever.
Yes.
Let me see this license plate. Oh my God. Calling dispatch right now to run this tag.
Okay.
And they've been here the whole time, right down in there.
That's crazy. That happened.
How deep is that?
I was like 10 feet.
I need you to run a tag for me. And this is big. When you're ready. 473 Echo John Robert. Is that the Fosters? Okay, we found the car. Start a card for me right here, right now, okay? This is the Explorer with a Nook. I've been watching your videos, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, you just became White County's hero, trust me.
That's awesome.
I done hugged him and everything, man.
You just don't understand how big this is.
I told him that.
Go over here, I'm like, yeah. Just got me coming down the hill. All right, hold up.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Aaron and Jeremy. Been missing over 20 years. They're going home.
When recovery crews arrived, the river finally released what it had concealed. The vehicle rose slowly from the water, layered with years of silt, yet unmistakable in form. It was the Pontiac Grand Am, the one missing since Aaron Foster and Jeremy Bechtel vanished in 2000. Jeremy notified the sheriff, and confirmation followed. 21 years of uncertainty collapsed into a single, undeniable truth. There was nothing left for the river to keep hidden. Some viewers noted how families had passed this spot for years, unaware the answer sat only feet away. Others pointed out how someone can vanish beneath shallow water without a trace, raising unsettling questions about how many mysteries remain unseen. If a missing car could rest untouched beneath a familiar river for 2 decades, how many other stories lie just out of sight, close enough to pass each day, yet hidden long enough to be forgotten? On May 4th, 2021, along a secluded river accessible only by a long hike upstream, the anglers behind the One Rod, One Reel fishing channel set out to chase trout the way they always had. But the farther they pushed into the quiet, the more the place felt like it was withholding something, until a stranger appeared and altered the tone of the entire day.
Good, how are you? Having luck today?
Where are you guys coming in from?
Where do we come in from?
What's that?
Where did we come in from, bro? We just parked.
Where'd you guys come in from?
I don't know exactly. I didn't drive. I don't know, man. Sorry.
Where'd you walk in?
We wait up the creek.
Where?
This creek? This creek's.
Explain to me exactly where.
Yeah, 4 miles downstream.
So all those no trespassing signs, walk past, they didn't mean anything?
Wait, what? No, which no trespassing signs?
This whole size mark. And there's no way you walk from down there if you didn't go on my road that has no trespassing signs on the road as well. Otherwise you swam across the big pool. Huh? You can't? Go ahead, show me, let's walk. You guys know you're on my property and you're playing games with me and pissing me off. Which road? Did you come in on the state land and state parking lot? Were you trespassing something? What was the name of the parking lot?
You can get out of here.
Look, you guys know you're playing games, so just be truthful with me, and then I don't send this to DEC. I just want your license so I have it on record. If I catch it on any of my cameras again, then I will send you.
I'm not trying to play games with you, sir. Had I known it was your property, then we would have left. And now that you're telling us, we won't come back.
Show me where you walk, and I'll show you the.
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you the no trespassing sign.
Sure thing. No problem. Let's go. No problem, sir.
I'll meet you. Tell the boys that I'll pack up and meet at the bottom over here. Get them all. You're on my property. I can have you arrested for being on my property. And you're playing a game with me, which you shouldn't be doing. If you just answered me honestly from the beginning, when I simply asked you, where did you park?
Why do I want to tell you where I parked? We were honest.
When you're standing on my property, and then you're hiking up into my property. That's not along the river. And for the record, I own to the midpoint of the river. You're walking up onto my road, and you can get that all in your little recording right there, as I'm doing as well. If you're on somebody else's property, just be polite. And I would say, hey guys, you're on my property.
That's fair.
It's public.
All right, we're about to go, bro. I mean, we're cool. So we're not going to come back here, and we apologize.
You can. Just look at the maps.
Okay.
You're crystal clear where you are.
Gotcha.
But you're standing, obviously.
Yeah.
I apologize. You were scaring me a little bit. You're scaring me too. I'm out here with my family, and I got my boys up there, and you guys are on my property.
And I apologize now that we know there's a property. I'm very, very, very sorry.
But you knew it was my property when you went out. Because if you got to this point, unless you swam, there's no way, and you and I both know it. All you had to do was be honest from the beginning. I would have given you a hard time. because I got kids a little bit older than you, and I understand the mentality. It's okay if you cut a corner every once in a while, but if you're on somebody's property, it's perfectly fair for me to ask for your information, and you know you didn't walk down along the river to get to this point, correct?
Yes
or no? So, for you to do it, you had to walk up past my neighbor's houses up over there.
So,
go ahead, show me,
sir, just
go
let
ahead, walk. I'll just walk with you.
Okay, you can walk with. I'll just let you know. 95% we walked across the river. The other 5% we never saw a single house. Just let you know.
There's
yeah.
no way down here. It's a 50-foot drop.
Yeah,
there's no way we scaled it. Exactly. So then you're up at my neighbor's house.
Okay. Oh, we did not see any house, but yeah, we can go ahead and go.
And where you entered on the other side, there's a no trespassing sign right there. I put up 4 of them.
And do be careful, it is a bit slippery on these rocks.
Hey.
Go, hey. Hey, go.
After miles spent moving through the water, they finally reached the falls and settled into the rhythm of the river. It should have felt peaceful, yet calm locations have a way of changing without warning. A man soon approached, angry, demanding answers, convinced they had stepped onto his land. His voice grew sharper with each exchange, turning an ordinary outing into something tense and uncertain. As the confrontation continued, his claims began to sound increasingly strange.
All right, guys, so that was a bit of a mess. We're gonna try to break it down here, but basically that guy claims that we walked across the driveway through a gate to get down there, which we did nothing of the sort. We parked in a public parking lot, completely public. And because I know some of you guys are gonna be asking, public parking lot, and here's the sign. There is nothing here that's posted. As you can see, the sign is, I guess, blocked out for whatever reason. The only thing that's interesting is it does appear that people have been using it for some shooting practice. And we walked either down by the bank, or we went full send and hiked up mountains and stuff, and we're on this trail right here where it's literally marked. It's literally a marked trail.
Totally public here. And the area that we went through, we were wading up the river the entire time, and we just happened to scale a cliff and continue onward. Yeah. And once we got up to him, there were posted signs on the land, but we were fishing the river. So honestly, it parks in a public lot. We were fishing a public river. We waded up the river. It seemed a little illegitimate. That's why I wasn't willing to give that guy any information. It's just, he came across a little bit aggressive. He was scaring me a little bit. And my idea, my first instinct was, all right, pretty much.
Right here, guys, we are literally about to reach Sky's car on this trail, which that guy is claiming he owns this trail. I guess he put that there. I guess that's owned by this blurred out company right here. That's actually a state. It's actually a state, isn't it?
It is.
Only after they left did clarity emerge. A public trail, visible markers, all directly contradicting what he insisted was private property. The discovery closed the encounter, but not the unease it left behind. Viewers questioned why the man acted so aggressively, especially when signage clearly showed public access. Some believed he was guarding a hidden fishing spot. Others felt the tension hinted at something beyond a simple dispute over land. If the river was public, why insist it wasn't? And what made him so determined to keep people away from that stretch of water? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.